What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have the brand new Wick Ballerina event. It did go live at 10 a.m. I was able to complete it very quickly. Today I'm going to show you guys the fastest way to complete it yourself. There's a couple of things that are a little bit different with this collection-based event compared to some of the last ones that we've had. So I'm going to keep you guys informed on all of that. But if you do find the video informative or helpful at any point, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing that you need to know is we did receive a brand new store update bringing in a new Adler operator. This is the Tracer Pack Dress to Grill reactive bundle. So the very first thing that you get within this bundle is the smoked weapon blueprint for the Essex Model 7. It's reactive. It has the red and white and blue tracers, the barbecue boom death effect, and then taking a look at the preview. So this is what the tracer rounds look like and the effects. But if you don't want to complete the collection based event and you want to unlock the Essex Model 7, you can just purchase this bundle and you'll automatically get it that way. Then you have a new operator skin for Adler known as Adler, and this is the second operator skin that we have in the game that actually shows his face. And then this is a full 360 of what that operator looks like. So it is a Father's Day bundle, which they're releasing a little bit earlier, mainly because it has that Essex blueprint on it, and they want people to sort of purchase the bundle instead of completing the entire event, or at least a method of, sales and things like that for marketing. But anyways, the next thing we have is the grill streak, and that comes in for the Ladra, same exact tracers and death effect as well. And then you get a new reticle called barbecue. There's also a new weapon charm, it's called cook it. And then you get a new hand cannon skin known as medium rare. There is a brand new loading screen called the backyard cookout, and then finally a brand new emblem called Flip It. So this is pretty much everything from this bundle and what was new in the store update. Alongside that, we did receive a brand new playlist update, and this brought in a couple of things. So first off, for multiplayer, we did end up getting this new featured playlist. So Mercenary Mosh Pit new, Team Elimination, Season 4 Mosh Pit, Small Map Mosh Pit, and then Chaos Nuketown, all for multiplayer. And then Warzone ended up getting Clash. Now, for the main thing that we ended up getting this update, that is the brand new Ballerina crossover event. Now, it doesn't seem like anything has changed from what Reality UK did leak. So in terms of the animation, the rules that they have, so play the game, win rewards, and then the ultimate assassin. So pretty much exchanging the high table coins, and then you're able to cash them in for rewards. Now, just looking at the rewards here in better quality, you have an XP token, which is 30 minutes at 5. At 10 coins, you get yourself a double Battle Pass XP token. Then at 10 points, you get a new weapon charm called On Point, and then this is the showcasing what it looks like in the preview. Following that, you get a 45-minute double weapon XP token for cashing in 5 of the coins. Cash in 10 of them, you get this new large decal called Lux in Tenebris, and then following that, you get a new calling card called the Bullet Ballet. This one is for 20. You cash in 10, you get a 1-hour double XP token. Following that, you have the Pay the Price emblem, which is going to be at 20 coins. And then there's also a new Gobblegum, which is going to be Phoenix Up, and that is unlocked at 30. And then the final reward is going to be the Coin Trick Emo, which is going to cost you 50. Now, once you complete the entire event, which you need a total of 180 to do the entire thing, you will unlock yourself the Mastery Reward, and that is the Essex Model 7. And then if you own Black Cell, you will also get the Decora Tenebris. So this is what the rewards look like. Not the craziest as we've spoken about before, but this event has actually been extended. So you'll notice it says 13 days and 20-something hours, and it was originally for a week, but it seems like they ended up increasing how long it is. I don't really think you need that long. It took me like an hour to complete the entire event. So they are leaving it. I'm assuming this will be the duration that the Ballerina operator bundle will stay in the store, because usually crossovers like this are here for a very limited time. So if you guys recall with Terminator, it was only here for the Terminator event and then it went away. So for those of you guys trying to purchase this Ballerina bundle, chances are it's going to permanently go away once the countdown timer is up. But let's talk about the fastest ways that you can complete this event. So it works a little differently compared to some of the other events, and I've noticed a couple of things. So first off, the fastest mode that I would recommend that you do here is going to be multiplayer, and there's a couple of reasons for that. If you jump into Mosh Pit, I usually use like the Marine SP shotgun or some form of a shotgun. As you eliminate players, they usually have like a 50% drop rate, rate, and that also counts with assists. So if you get an assist on a kill, you don't get them, they can actually drop that for you. So it also increases the chances of them spawning in, and then you have to run over them, which is the most difficult part. But the reason why I use the Marine SP is because when they're already up close and I eliminate them, chances are I can just run and grab it unless I get eliminated, which you have around like 20 to 30 seconds to come back and get it before it does disappear. I would recommend that you play Domination and Stakeout. I was averaging around 30 or 40. Now, here's where it gets a little bit annoying because I had a really good game where I was able to get 40 something. And as soon as that game ended, skill-based matchmaking kicked in. And then literally the next game after that, I was only able to get like 20 something in Domination. So it really depends on how sweaty your lobbies are. If they're very sweaty and you're not able to do them as much, then I would recommend the second fastest method, and that is Warzone Plunder. Now, usually I would recommend this one as the best way, but for some reason, this event, it doesn't really give you as much once you reach a certain point. So when you start, you have a 50% drop rate in any of the supply boxes that you open up, and if you open up a red one, then it's 100% of the time. Now, the reason why I say it gets a little bit slower is once I reached around 20, I noticed that the spawn rate dropped dramatically. So it went from like 50% down to like 20%, because even the red crates that I was originally opening up at the start of the game that would guarantee me one every single time started to not drop them anymore. So I'm assuming it's like once you hit that around 2021, that's when they start lowering the spawner. You can still find them if you're searching and continuously looking, but you'll notice that they just don't spawn in as frequently, and then that will have to force you to back out of the lobby and then start up a new match, and then it's pretty much a hassle, especially with Warzone. It takes like 2 minutes to get into another game, and that's one of the reasons why I'm saying it's a little bit slower than in the past, because other collection-based events didn't really drop the spawn rate, at least in Warzone Plunder. They did in Zombies, but you're able to continuously collect them until the game ended, and you could get maybe like 40 or 50 per match if you really grind it out and you knew exactly where to land. This time around, you can easily get to 20, then to get to 30, it takes a little bit more effort, and then getting to 40 is like you're gonna need to put in a lot of work and play out the entire game, and it's gonna need to like go into overtime and all of that. That is the two recommendations that I have. In terms of Zombies, it is very time consuming. It usually is not the route that I would go unless you're already a good Zombies player, and maybe if you're fine with getting into super high rounds where they actually start spawning in more frequently, then maybe you could do Zombies. But once again, it's also very time consuming. A good Zombies match will take quite a while, and by the time you finish that match, you may have gotten like maybe 50 or 60, and you're gonna need to play a couple of those games to end up getting the 180 total that you need to complete the entire event. But so those are the tips that I can give you. If you have multiplayer access, Stakeout is the way to go. If you don't, Warzone Plunder, and around 20, back out the game and then repeat the process. That is all that I got for you guys in this video. Hopefully you guys found it informative. We're going to go over the next event, which is going to be the Rivals event very soon, and I'll have an early showcasing of the rewards, the challenges, and all that good stuff, so be sure you are subscribed. But it's been your boy Chidzo, and I'll see you guys again. Peace.